Do you wake up 3, 4, even 5 times a night to go to the bathroom, and everyone tells you it's normal, that it's just age catching up? Is there really nothing you can do about it? The truth is that age is rarely the culprit. In most cases, there are hidden causes that nobody tells you about, and I'm going to reveal those causes now one by one, and at the end of this video I'm going to give you 3 practical strategies you can start applying today to finally have a complete night's sleep. My name is Kenji Oshiro, and this is the Global Health Guide channel. Subscribe to the channel now so you don't miss any health content. Before we get into today's topic, I want to let you know that I've prepared a complete guide for everyone over 50 who wants to improve their sexual health safely. It's an unmissable resource with practical guidance. The link is in the first pinned comment. Let me tell you what happened to Evelyn. She's 68 years old and was waking up 4 times every night to urinate. Tired, irritated, with no energy during the day. She went to the doctor several times and always heard the same thing. It's normal at your age. Until she discovered something that completely changed her situation. And it wasn't a new medication, it wasn't surgery. It was understanding what was really causing this problem, and you're going to discover that too. First, let's understand what nocturia is. It's the medical term for when you wake up 2 or more times during the night to urinate. Seems harmless, right? But it's not. Studies show that people with nocturia have a higher risk of falls during the night. Uncontrolled high blood pressure, memory problems, and even heart disease. This happens because fragmented sleep prevents your body from recovering properly. Your immune system weakens, your hormones become dysregulated, and your quality of life plummets. Now comes the important part. I'm going to show you 5 hidden causes of nocturia that almost nobody explains properly. And the 5th cause is the most surprising of all, the one that could be happening to you right now without you realizing it. Let's start with cause number 5. Cause number 5, medications you take without knowing they have a diuretic effect. That's right. Many medications you use every day could be making you produce more urine during the night. Antidepressants, some blood pressure medications, calcium supplements, even those detox teas that seem harmless. The problem is that many people take these medications at night, right before bed, without knowing the effect they cause. Walter discovered this the hard way. He's 72 years old and took a blood pressure medication every day at 9 at night, right before lying down. He woke up 3 times a night, always at the same time. When the doctor adjusted the medication schedule to 3 in the afternoon, within 2 weeks he was already sleeping through the night. Simple as that. But nobody had explained this to him before. If you take any regular medication, check with your doctor if it has a diuretic effect and what the best time to take it is. Sometimes the solution is just changing the schedule. Nothing more. Cause number 4, leg circulation problems. This one is fascinating because most people don't even imagine the connection. During the day, especially if you stay seated or standing for a long time, the fluid in your body tends to accumulate in your legs and feet because of gravity. You might even feel your legs swollen at the end of the day. When you lie down at night, all that fluid that was stuck in your legs returns to the body's general circulation. And then what happens? Your kidneys filter that extra volume of fluid and produce more urine. That's why you wake up wanting to go to the bathroom. This happens a lot in people with varicose veins, poor circulation, or who spend all day in the same position. The solution here is quite practical. About 2 hours before sleeping, lie on the couch and elevate your legs above heart level for 20 minutes. Put 2 pillows under your legs. This will make the fluid return to circulation while you're still awake, and you'll urinate before sleeping, not during the night. Another valuable tip. Do calf exercises during the day. Stand on your tiptoes, go up and down, at least 20 times in a row, 3 times a day. The calf works like a natural pump that pushes blood and fluids back up. The more you activate this pump, the less fluid accumulates in your legs. Now tell me here in the comments, do you feel your legs swollen at the end of the day? Answer there because this could be an important sign. Let's go to cause number 3, and this one is serious. Diabetes or high blood sugar during the night. Even if you have controlled diabetes during the day, you could be having glucose spikes at night without knowing it. And when blood sugar is high, your kidneys need to work harder to eliminate that excess through urine. Result, you wake up several times to urinate. The classic signs are waking up with a very dry mouth, feeling thirsty during the early morning, or even feeling hungry in the middle of the night. If this happens to you, it's essential to measure your blood sugar not only fasting, but also before bed and upon waking. Often the problem is in what you ate at dinner or in the last hours before sleeping. Avoid refined carbohydrates and sugars after 6 in the evening. White bread, pasta, sweets, juices, sodas. All of this can generate glucose spikes that will wake you up in the early morning. Prefer light proteins and vegetables at dinner. And if you have diabetes, talk to your doctor about adjusting medication or insulin to better cover the nighttime period. Now let's go to cause number 2, and this one many people are completely unaware of. High blood pressure during the night. Did you know that blood pressure varies throughout the day? In healthy people, blood pressure tends to naturally drop during the night, about 10 to 20%. This is what we call the dipper pattern. But in many older adults and people with hypertension, the opposite happens. Blood pressure rises at night, and this is called the non-dipper or even riser pattern. When blood pressure is high during the night, your kidneys respond by producing more urine to try to lower the volume of fluid in the body and control the pressure. It's a defense mechanism of the organism, but one that wakes you up several times. The problem is that most people only measure blood pressure in the morning or during the day. They don't know what's happening while they sleep. If you wake up 2 or more times a night to urinate, ask your doctor to measure your blood pressure at night or right upon waking in the early morning. There are even ambulatory monitoring devices that measure blood pressure every hour for 24 hours. This can reveal a pattern you never imagined. Evelyn, that patient I mentioned at the beginning, discovered exactly this. Her blood pressure was perfect during the day, but rose a lot at night. When the doctor adjusted the timing of her blood pressure medication to late afternoon, she started sleeping better in less than a week. Nobody had explained this to her in years of consultations. And now we come to cause number 1, the most surprising and least discussed of all: sleep apnea. Most people think apnea only causes snoring and fatigue, but there's a direct connection between sleep apnea and nocturia that almost nobody knows about. When you have apnea, your breathing stops several times during the night. This makes oxygen levels drop and the brain goes into alert mode. Your heart races, blood pressure rises, and the body releases a hormone called atrial natriuretic peptide. This hormone signals the kidneys to produce more urine. It's the body's response to stress. So you wake up thinking you need to urinate, but actually you woke up because you stopped breathing. The signs of apnea are loud snoring, waking up with a dry mouth, morning headache, extreme fatigue during the day, even after sleeping many hours, and of course, waking up several times to urinate. If you identify with these symptoms, it's essential to see a sleep specialist doctor to do an exam called polysomnography. Treatment for apnea, usually with a device called CPAP, can completely resolve nocturia in many cases. Walter, that gentleman I mentioned before, also had apnea without knowing it. When he started using the CPAP, he not only stopped snoring, but also drastically reduced trips to the bathroom during the night. 2 problems solved at once. Now you understand why I said age is rarely the culprit. These 5 causes are treatable. It's not normal to wake up several times a night. It's not something you have to accept. And nobody should tell you to simply live with it. But I know that discovering the cause is only the first step. You want to know what to do now, right? How to apply this in practice? That's exactly what I'm going to show you now. 3 simple strategies you can start today. Strategy number 1. Keep a nocturia diary for a week. Write down every day how many times you woke up to urinate, at what time, what you ate at dinner, what medications you took, and at what time, if you drank liquids after 6 in the evening, and how your sleep was. This diary will reveal patterns you don't notice on your own. You might notice that on days you drank tea at night, you woke up more times, or that after eating pasta at dinner, you always wake up thirsty. This information is gold for you and your doctor. Strategy number 2. Adjust your liquids intelligently. It's not about stopping drinking water. That's dangerous, especially for older people, but you can redistribute when you drink. Drink most of your liquids between morning and mid-afternoon. After 6 in the evening, gradually reduce. Completely avoid liquids in the last 3 hours before sleeping. And attention, beverages with caffeine or alcohol are even worse because they have a direct diuretic effect. Coffee, black tea, green tea, sodas, beer, wine, all of this increases urine production. Strategy number 3, create a pre-sleep routine that favors your body. 2 hours before sleeping, elevate your legs for 20 minutes, as I explained. An hour and a half before sleeping, go to the bathroom even if you don't feel the urge. Then take your nighttime medications if applicable, but always checking with your doctor if the timing is correct. 30 minutes before sleeping, go to the bathroom again. This completely empties the bladder. And avoid screens during this period because blue light interferes with melatonin production, the sleep hormone. These 3 strategies are practical, safe, and you can start today. But remember, if nocturia persists even with these changes, you need to investigate the causes I explained. Talk to your doctor about measuring blood pressure at night, checking blood sugar before bed, evaluating your medications, and investigating sleep apnea if you snore or wake up tired. I want you to understand something important. Sleeping well is not a luxury. It's not something secondary. Quality sleep is as essential as nutrition and exercise. When you wake up several times a night, your body never enters the deep stages of sleep, those where true recovery happens. Your brain doesn't consolidate memories properly. Your muscles don't regenerate completely. Your hormones become dysregulated, including the hormones that control hunger and satiety, which can make you gain weight. Research from Harvard University shows that people with nocturia have an increased risk of depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. And a study published in the Journal of Urology found that nocturia is associated with a higher risk of mortality in people over 60 years old. It's not an exaggeration, it's solid science. So why do so many doctors still say it's normal? Because many haven't been trained to investigate specific causes. They see a 70-year-old patient waking up 3 times a night and automatically attribute it to age or an enlarged prostate, in the case of men. But as you've seen here, the causes are much more varied and specific, and most importantly, they're treatable. Let me give you some more practical tips that can make a difference. If you have circulation problems or leg swelling, wear compression socks during the day. They help prevent fluid accumulation in the legs. You can find them at pharmacies and medical supply stores. Ask for guidance on the appropriate compression level for you. If you notice you always wake up at the same time at night to urinate, pay attention to what you do or eat a few hours before that time. It could be that a snack, a tea, or even a medication is causing it. Sometimes the solution is simply to move something forward or delay something in your routine. Another important tip, strengthen your pelvic floor. These are the muscles that control the bladder. Kegel exercises aren't just for women. Men can and should do them too. Contract the muscles as if you were holding urine for 5 seconds, relax for 5 seconds, and repeat 10 times. Do this 3 times a day. Over time, your bladder will have more capacity to hold urine and you'll have more control. And if the problem is apnea, don't ignore it. Many people are resistant to using CPAP because they find it uncomfortable or strange, but modern devices are much more comfortable than old ones. And the benefits go far beyond stopping waking up to urinate. You'll feel more energy, improve blood pressure, reduce the risk of heart attack and stroke, and your quality of life will improve dramatically. Now, if you have diabetes, the key is in rigorous blood sugar control. It's not enough to just measure fasting. You need to know how your glucose is throughout the day, and especially at night. There are continuous glucose sensors that automatically measure every 5 minutes and show trends on your phone. Talk to your endocrinologist about this possibility. It could be an investment that completely changes your quality of life. And about medications, never change or stop a medication on your own, but have an honest conversation with your doctor. Take that diary I suggested, show the patterns you identified, ask if any of your medications could be contributing to nocturia, and if it's possible to adjust schedules or even switch to alternatives that don't have this side effect. One last thing I want to tell you, be patient with yourself. Habit changes take time. You might not see immediate results, but if you consistently apply the strategies I showed you here and work with your doctor to investigate the specific causes in your case, you will improve. You will sleep well again, and when that happens, you'll notice how your life changes. More energy, better mood, more disposition, less risk of falls, better health overall. Evelyn sent me a message months later saying she wasn't waking up even once during the night anymore. She adjusted the timing of her blood pressure medication, started elevating her legs before bed, and cut liquids after 6 in the evening. 3 simple changes that transformed her nights. And Walter, after starting to use CPAP and adjusting medication timing, got back his energy to go for walks and play with his grandchildren. He told me he felt 20 years younger. You can have these results too. It's not luck, it's knowledge applied consistently, and now you have that knowledge. So tell me here in the comments, which of these 5 causes do you think might be affecting you, or which strategy will you test first? If this video was helpful to you, leave your like, share it with someone who also wakes up several times a night, subscribe to the Global Health Guide channel, and turn on notifications to receive more science-based health content. Hugs and see you in the next video.